Hey, good morning. Some William B. I got some stuff I got to do this morning. Finish up this room. I'm going to put two more speakers up into my stereo. Um, got a couple of new albums I bought this morning. Let's see where they at. Where I put- Oh, right here. No. Got the remastered issue of Dark Side of the Moon. But that I'll be playing that later on. It's pretty cool. I have the original when it first came out, and but the remastered, you always get a master. Master is one of the best sound you're going to hear on stereo. And I got that. That's pretty cool. Then I got I broke down. I don't usually. I just got into Taylor not too long ago, and got the double album, and got Red, and that should be pretty good. I love her voice. She's she's pretty cool. She's a cool woman. I like her. And then I picked up Lavender. I have this on DVD, but there's a couple of songs on here that she put on her Bittersweet. Uh, One's called William, which used to be Sweet Nothing, and she calls it William now. And then Lambeth, I like Lambeth. I picked this up. That's the Lavender edition. So, but I'll put those other two speakers up, and so because I got a quad unit anyway, and I might put the two up here on my desk. So that's how that's going to be. Um, you know, when you trust somebody with your friendship, and you give them what they want you, and they ask you for help, and they tell you to do stuff, and you do stuff for them, and then they turn around and sometimes when they say someone stabs you in the back, that's what it feels like. It feels like a stab in the heart, and they don't care about your feelings. That's what it seems like. They only care about their own and what they get, and whoever's in their way, they're going to throw to the side, or not even give a shit about. And they're going to go ahead and do it. Of course, they do it behind your back because I don't want to hurt their feelings. But the worst thing you could do is not tell somebody what you're doing. And prepare them for it. But I don't know. Um, so if anybody's out there listening, or anything you got anything to say about this, I love to hear from you. I'm not going to throw names out because it's going to come out anyway. It's going to be a whirlwind of trash news, and I'm not the one that's going to. My feelings got hurt, but my career's not going to get hurt from it. Not as bad as some person's career's going to get hurt, and that's a shame. Um, they always think they know better, but they don't listen to sound advice. That's a shame. And, hey Taylor, if you're out there, give me a chat back if you haven't heard from you in a while. And I'm a little razor hair. Do some shaving. But it's funny. I've lost two best friends. One was in the service. He best friends is who you confide in, and when you lose a best friend, especially the one that passes away, that's the worst feeling. My best friend, when I was in service, Clyde, we went to college together, and I went to the Coast Guard, and he didn't have to, but he followed me right to the Coast Guard right after, and we met up while we was in the service, which was pretty cool, and we stayed in touch for a long time, and he moved to Texas, and of course I moved out here, in Las Vegas and all that other places, but. He had a heart attack in the Philippines. He had bought a house in the Philippines. He got remarried, and he fell off the ladder and struck his head. And I was a lot of stuff back in the when I went through my divorce. You don't know when you lost something until it's gone, and that's the whole point of this. My dad was the biggest part of my life as well. He when I got out of the service, well, the story is back in '86. That was my last year in the service. My first wife asked for a divorce at the same time as soon as she found out I was getting out of the service. And it wasn't my fault because I was being retired on a medical. And we just had a child. He wasn't even a year old yet. And that hurt me. That hurt me a lot. That really hurt me a lot. '87 was when my divorce was final. And she put me through a lot of shit. She did. I tried to have my own life. I'd go out, and she would find the bar I was at. She'd look from a car, and she'd go in there, and of course, she'd pick up some guy, make sure I saw it. So I moved away. That was when I lived in the Bay Area, so I moved away from there in '88. Clyde, I was living with Clyde up in West Pittsburgh. We shared a house there, but I couldn't. She just wouldn't leave me alone. That she should. So. I mean, I loved her very much, and that was the hard thing about it. But she made sure she hurt me worse. So I moved back to the Central Valley, back to Merced, and I got a job with the post office and worked for them for 9 years. Bought myself a house. But the bad thing was, I was just going through a deep depression back then, and I couldn't handle it. I was having a hard time handling life. And so I went to the psychologist out to Fresno VA. Spent 6 months with the psychologist out there to figure out what was going on. And that really helped me, give me somebody to talk to. And I started feeling a lot better about myself. I quit my drinking because I ended up with 2 DUIs back in 92 and 93. That was a wake-up call for me as well, because of the sharpness that I had when I was in the service had just disappeared. You know? And anybody that's a veteran out there knows what the sharpness is. You know? And so it was a very depressing feeling. That I mean, it was my dark period from from '87 to 90, I would say 93, 94. And I had went through a bankruptcy, gave up my house. I got remarried back in '98. I got 2 kids, but it's another one that's I'm having a hard time with. We've been married 24 years, and our communication's lost. I will tell you this: don't let in-laws live with you. I had her live with her for 19 years, and she just totally tore the marriage apart. Used to accuse me of all kinds of stuff. And like today, I'm still married to her, but we're in 2 different worlds anymore. And it's sad because I don't, I still love her, but our communications just isn't there anymore. And then I got these people that I meet online, and most of them are liars and frauds, and all they want is your money. And You don't want to deal with them anymore. I got a couple of good friends I talk to online. They're pretty cool people. I thought I had a good friend. This is what I'm getting to. And I met her online. Well, she actually introduced me to online through a friend, and we became good friends. And she ended up lying to me as well. And I don't like being lied to. You know, I don't like being deceived. Uh, you, when you become a friend of mine and you create a trust, that's very important. And you don't turn around and take a corkscrew and turn it into my bag like she did. And it's hard. But I'll live through this as well. Um, I totally vanquished her off my Twitter account. Uh, Probably won't even see anything of her on my Twitter anymore. I totally took everything that I had of her on there off. I still have to go deeper into my Twitter account because I've been on there since 2016 or 15 actually, because I got two accounts, and I'll be washing the rest of the stuff off there myself. The rest of it. And trust is a very important issue when it comes to a friendship. And it's very important. Once you lose trust in a person, I want I want you to take hate out of your vocabulary. Never hate anybody. You could be disappointed in them. Disappointment is part of trust, and just don't deal with them anymore. You know, it's part of karma. You know, they might bring up excuses why they did this and did that, but too many excuses. I've heard way too many stories, and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I got my own problems to deal with, and I don't want to have to listen to her. So, and that's where I'm coming to the point. Well, I'll leave it at that. Good morning to Liam, and good morning to Chris. And the other person, I don't care. I don't care what kind of morning you have. I don't care anymore. You just totally ruined that. But yeah, well, let's get some more cheerful stuff going on later, I guess. I think it's some stuff to bring on. Yeah, I brought my coin collection on last night. I showed a person all most of my coins. I had a really good coin collection, but I went for more watches to get back from the jewelers. But all right, I want everybody else to have a peaceful morning. Have a good Saturday. Have your coffee. Kiss your kids. Kids are the most important thing that you can have in your life. Don't think of yourself. If you have a family, don't go out and do something for yourself and know that your kids are home. That's a big crushing blow to me. You don't do that. And that's one thing this other person did. So I love you. Take care, everybody. Peace out.